Now, I know you looked at the title, you looked at the thumbnail, you thought it was interesting and you clicked on, and now you're wondering, what do you mean by this? OM Survivor design is weird. And I don't mean how they play and how their abilities work. It's how they are when you combine them with every other aspect of the game. Outcome Memories is an evolution of what once was. We have so many new ideas in this game and so much potential that survivors can utilize. The springs, you can roll off of ledges to get speed, you can juke, you can do so much, and it's with all of this combined with the team, the map, and whatever you have in your arsenal, it makes all of OM Survivors fundamentally flawed. Now, I do know some are not designed equally compared to others. Cream and Metal Sonic kind of fall into that. But some survivors also are designed weirdly when against themselves. And those are the ones I'll probably focus on mainly. I'm talking about every survivor in this video, but I've picked 4 of them which are weirdly designed when comparing their own abilities and other aspects to themselves. These 4 are Silver, Blaze, Sonic, and Eggman. Silver is, well, I think everyone knows how much we hate Silver now, because of just how much he has to stop the killer from doing anything. First of all, his flight passive, god damn that thing is, regenerates in 7 seconds, and you can have so much potential on almost any map with it. It's unbelievable the shit you can do. Suspension is also just fucking great. Especially when you're Colossus, you get grabbed by this thing every 5 seconds. There's one key aspect of suspension. The cooldown starts before you throw it. That means if you just hold it long enough, you throw it, whoops, I missed, throw it back out again like you don't care. Because how would a killer know when you're going to throw it? You can immediately start aiming and then throw it again immediately. It's stupid. Now, the mechanic of the ability itself, I do not have problems with. It's to stop the killer, not stun. Fair enough. You breaking out of it's also not a problem. The cooldown for throwing it though, for missing, it just gives Silver so many opportunities when I feel like he should be punished for missing it. It doesn't seem fair. Rock is also weird. It's when you combine it with suspension. It's like you can rock a EXE, disable their abilities because of it, and slow them down, making suspension an even easier hit, and then you can grab them and throw them to oblivion. I know combos exist, but I do not feel like you should be able to combo with yourself unless it's very specific. And even after you throw the EXE with suspension, Rock is gonna still take effect, they're still gonna be slowed. And that can just lead to stunning. Like, you can throw a rock, have them slowed, disable their abilities, slow them down, throw suspension, into a metal stun, into a knuckle stun, into a sonic stun, into a tails burst. Does that sound like fun gameplay for the killer? No! It's dumb. It's not balanced. The time reversal is like the one move in Silver's kit that is perfectly fine. But Silver is so overtuned right now. He needs the shadow treatment at this point. I don't know how you can balance him. Blaze is also next, and Blaze on her own I have almost no problems with, aside from one move. Soul Flame should not give you iframes throughout the entire move. It's not balanced. There's so many things you can just do. Just, if 2011X is going to charge, Soul Flame. If Colossus is going to charge, or grab, or anything, Soul Flame. If the killer gets close to you, Soul Flame. Just It's not fair. At least give her iframes throughout the first half of the move. And then when it reaches under 50% of what you had at the start, then disable the iframes. It feels so stupid because as a killer, you're just wasting time or wasting an ability because there's almost no startup to the ability. It's dumb. This goes for her round kick too. There's no startup. It's such an easy stun to land because if the killer is not constantly aware, or if they're just not Colossus who has a block, if they're just anyone except Colossus, like, they're not going to avoid it. They will not have the reaction time because, again, with Soul Flame, there's no startup. You're not gonna see it coming. I can't explain how infuriating it is as killer. In LMS as well, round kick is a 10-second cooldown. A 10-second cooldown for a stun that lasts as long as Uncharged Knuckles Punch. That is not balanced. Especially when the same 10-second cooldown can just keep stunning, build up soul meter, and you just use Soul Flame and get iframes. Not to mention that Blaze has one of the shortest LMSs in the game and 50% damage resistance. You are not winning as anyone against this. Because if the Blaze just knows how to use her iframes and abilities properly, the EXE can do almost nothing. Because the stun will stun them for a while. By the time that they catch up, Blaze will have that stun ready to go again. And then she'll just stun again. Then if the EXE decides to use a fancy ability, she could just use Soul Flame and pull out, like, however long of iframes she can have. Because the whole thing is iframes. It's not fair. It's not. It's not fun as killer. You should have a chance. Killers should have a chance. And they just don't let them. It's dumb. Third is Sonic, and, you know, we have someone to talk about Sonic as one of the proud Sonic haters I know, so take away one way dream or subscribe to this guy, bro.
2 reasons. 1, dodge meter. It sucks. What else do I say? 2, it just doesn't feel like Sonic, especially, like, they just took 2 moves that he has in almost every game and did almost nothing unique with them. Like, there's so much you could do with Sonic, and you choose his 2 most basic moves. And they're not even really that useful anymore because OM players refuse to work together.
You know, the last bit about players not working together is pretty accurate. Also, Sonic is just flawed on the fact that he relies on teamwork when Sonic is the fucking hero. Shouldn't they rely on him? Also, dodge meter, existing. It should be at least lower instead of 50. 50 feels stupid because only Colossus can one-tap that shit. I feel like dodge meter should just be one-tap by an M1. But okay, game. So, our second guest of the video is Solar. He's gonna be yapping about Eggman. Take it away, buddy.
Why does this shield exist? First of all, why? Like, I don't know. It's just bullshit sometimes. Like, the cooldown in the LMS is absolutely the most painfulest shit. Yeah, fuck you, shield. I hope you get reworked. Oh, let's not forget about jetpack boost. Oh, how much the hatred in that ability. Why is the speed cap that fucking long? This IPR, I know you're not watching this, but if you are, change it immediately. And then the cooldown in LMS the same. Why? It just makes you the fire. Like, what the fuck is it? please, on my left nutsack, please fix Eggman, nerf him, fix him to be fun and easy to get rid of. Please. Anyways, that's all.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Eggman. To me, Eggman's a fun survivor to players, but annoying to get rid of if you're the EXE. Again, it's very map dependent as well. Like, there's so many jukes you can do in certain maps, like X's Castle, You Can't Run, Mystic Cave, and all that. Those are the four main survivors that me and them wanted to touch on. But I'm going to talk about the others as well. But they will not have as long sections. First one, it's gonna be Cream. Cream is a
And you, my friend, kept targeting me until I died and didn't let me play.
You are healer! You are meant to ruin my whole fucking progress! In 13 seconds, you get that fucking heal ability that regen 78 me in a matter of seconds! You are my top priority to kill! I want to win!
yeah. Cream is going to die, and because of that, people will complain. And that's just something that you can't really control. It's the fucking healing character. That's why Cream is flawed, because she basically has no chance against a competent killer. I'm not asking for her to be buffed either, it's just how the game works. This also applies to Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic is one of the most annoying survivors in the game, unless you're 2011X and he can just feed you rage mode. But this also applies to Metal. Metal will get targeted. Or tunneled. It's the strategy name. Whatever. But yeah, Metal does fall into this category. It's not the game's fault. It's how killers are meant to kill. They're meant to have priorities. Knuckles really has one thing, and that's his punch resistance. If you don't know, Knuckles' punch resistance gives him a 71% damage resistance to all hits, besides like 2011X charge. But apart from 2011X charge, you're doing basically nothing. I will try and pull up an estimate as to the damage that each EXE does to Knuckles while in the stance right now. You read those numbers? That's just their M1s, which are their strongest moves. Imagine shit like Fleetway Chaos Dash getting reduced by 71%. Let's pull that number up. Do you see that? It is bullshit. Just nerf the damage resistance to 50%. This shit is stronger than Metal Sonic outside of LMS. That should not be happening, bro. Tails I have one issue with as well. It's his glide cooldown. 16 seconds. Really? I know you could, like, use your entire flight and it would be more, but you could just do that and then cancel it right before to still get the 16-second cooldown. And for an ability that gives you a lot of mobility, and with killers in this game, like Tripwire and Colossus, who just can't catch up without a wall, they're not gonna do much. Also 2011X. I know he has charge, but that's something to do with cooldown, so, you know. I'm gonna be so real, Amy needs nerfs. I know she can be taken out depending on the killer, but why do both of her stuns and reroll almost all have the same cooldowns? Reroll, I understand, it's gambling, so you have to wait for your next shot. So I have no problem with that, but Hammer and Hammer Throw having the same cooldowns makes zero sense. Because if you stun with one of them, and you have a good card combo, let's just say Shadow and Sun as the one example, then you pretty much can stun, run away, killer recovers, catches back up, hammer throw, stun, run away again, and then by the time the killer catches up to you again, hammer's off cooldown, and you stun again. I just feel like one of the two needs a longer cooldown. And yeah, that's it. Just Amy just needs cooldown nerfs for one of her stuns. Anyway, that's been a lot of yapping about outcome memory survivors and how they are not the best. I also just want to mention most of these situations are solo because, well, team scenarios are just infinitely way worse to deal with as killer. Ultimately, a lot of these survivors just need nerfs and some killers. Colossus needs fixing and Tripwire needs buffs. Just need some advantages against them. I'm not looking at you, Fleetway. 2011X is pretty fine with most of these, but there's still a few problems. Just all around. I'm looking at you, Silver, you're not getting anything. This video's been way too long, I'm sorry. I just wanted to rant. Also, this is an opinion video, of course I'm gonna get fucking people lashing out over this, because there's gonna be some people that are like, survivors are balanced and they have killer chance off, they don't know the pain. Whatever. See you guys whenever I upload again. This has been fun to talk about because I like killer and I want these survivors to die.